first, live, local. This is Fox 12 Now.
And hello, everyone. This is Fox 12 Now. I'm Greg Nibbler. Thank you so much for joining us. We are live streaming here out of Fox 12 Oregon. Now, normally, if you watch this show, you probably see me over in the newsroom with a bunch of things going on behind me. We're switching it up for a few days, so I am here actually in the main studio. So a little bit different look, but it's still the same show, and we are live streaming across all of our platforms. We're at kptv.com, under the Fox 12 Now tab, the Fox 12 Oregon apps, all the places where you found us already, so thanks for doing so. Just want to let you know some of the other ones. Today, starting off, we are going to be talking about Zwickelmania. We're going to be talking about breweries here in the Portland area, obviously a staple of so many different things, whether it's just entertainment, staples of the economy, and all of that. But these early months can be a little bit tough. And so there is Zwickelmania, a tour to go out and help support breweries and have a good time. And we're going to be talking about all of that and more. Joining us right now, we have Colin Rath from Migration. And Colin, thank you for joining us. First off, I want to say, big fan of your beer. I love Migration, but also just what you're doing here with this too, and to help support all these other breweries. And could you let everybody know just a little bit about, what the brewery lifestyle is like right now, what it is, in these early months, and how Zwickelmania really got going?
Yeah, so, the early months are always hard. We're fortunate we just launched our NA product, so that made January a little less hard. Everyone going dry January and becoming a little more health conscious. But it's an interesting landscape after COVID, right? And this is one of the first years I feel like we're finally kind of getting our feet, getting our groove going. And with that, Zwickelmania, which, just to kind of give a brief kind of thing for folks, a Zwickel is actually a tasting port on a tank. So historically, that's used to be able to see the progress of beer as it's going. And this was started by the Oregon Brewers Guild back in 2009. We opened in 2010. So we've always had our anniversary right around Zwickelmania, opened the doors, made a big party of it. So all doors are open for people that are participating, doing brewery tours, tastings, music, everything under the sun. And years before COVID, there was bus tours that went, free bus shuttles that would take you from brewery to brewery to brewery. Which made it really easy for people, made it safer for people. They didn't have to, think about getting in a car or doing any of that sort of thing. So we decided to team up with 15 different breweries and create 2 different routes where people can jump on buses and go to different breweries and taste as many beers as they want, skip a brewery if they want, and go to the next stop, and really just make a fun day out of it and try to get people back into that mindset pre-COVID Zwickelmania days.
I mean, that's a really smart idea, yeah, having the shuttle bus back out there too, to do that, to go enjoy those different ones. And when you talk about teaming up with all of these other breweries, what is the community like for you, working with the other breweries? Sometimes I guess from an outside perspective, you can see that as maybe it's competition, or is it really more just community kind of an aspect when it comes to that?
Unlike, and it's something special about the beer world, is it's unlike most typical business mindsets, right? Because you're spot on. Generally speaking, people see this and be like, wait a minute, that's your competition. But quite to the contrary, these are all friends of ours, people we spend a lot of time with. For our anniversary on Saturday, we actually have 2 different beers that we're releasing, one with Threshold Brewing, one with Ruse Brewing. So we did a collaboration beer with them. But it's all of that. It is a community. You need yeast, and another brewery has yeast. They'll get it for you, and we see people on the weekly. Hops, you fall short, they'll make sure you have hops. So in our day-to-day, it is very much a community that we try to support each other. And somebody that I will always, whenever I get a chance, speak so highly of is Ben Edmonds, who is co-founder and head brewer for Breakside. He is arguably one of the most award-winning brewers in the city, and he is always trying to make Oregon beer better. He's always going to help anyone that asks for help. And really try to raise the ship, right? It's not just about him. It's not just about his beer. It's about really encouraging everybody to make the best beer possible and make Oregon beer the best beer.
Which is such a great mentality to have too, and I love the fact that all of you are like that. Bringing that up and bringing up what we have here and what you all offer us. But then even outside of it, you mentioned all the awards. I mean, there's a lot of award-winning breweries that come from out of here. So something that people can go out and help celebrate and enjoy and have a good time. And so for people out there maybe who are thinking about it like, what should I go do? Should I go out and do this tour? What would you say to recommend to people to encourage them to come out and support these breweries and these businesses that are here and part of our community?
Everybody has that place, right? Breweries have become very much a third place for a lot of people. And so the fact that we're here, we're available, and, it's supposed to start raining later in the day, you can get on a bus, don't have to worry about being on the roads, and can just go from brewery to brewery, support the ones that you want to go see, maybe check out ones you haven't seen before. Von Eberts is actually going to give a sneak peek at, they're taking over the former Ecliptic space, so their brewery space is going to be open for people to take a look at. So there's all kinds of fun stuff going on, right? We're celebrating 15 years, so we have all sorts of fun food specials, drink specials, cellar beer. And I know everybody's doing different programming to do different things. Gigantic has a comedy show starting, I think, at 7 o'clock that night. So really there is, to your point, there's something for everybody. There's beer tasting, there's tours, there's education and learning about the beer process, there's amazing food and all sorts of other activities to enjoy.
That's just fun. I mean, and with all those different activities and everything, I mean, that's something for everybody, but also I just love checking out how everybody designs and sets up their breweries and some of the unique buildings and some of the different ways that people incorporate that. I mean, that's half the fun too, just experiencing walking in somewhere and checking everything out. For everybody out there who wants to participate, what is the best way for them to find out, I guess, more information about this, but also just to follow along with everything else that's going on and support, the breweries in general?
Totally. I would always go to social media. I mean, social media has become my yellow pages where I can, if I'm going to go to a brewery, I check on their Facebook or on their Instagram to see what they're doing and if there's anything I need to know. So that's a great place to see what people are doing, what the programming is. Oregon Brewers Guild has a lot of stuff out there on their website for that. And really the broad strokes is 11 to 5, we'll be running the buses from all those breweries. You can park or get an Uber to whichever one is closest or wherever you want to start. The buses will rotate through. We'll be the central point so you can get to either route from our location. And really it's just a matter of, we're trying to make it as safe as possible for people. So pick whichever brewery you want to start at. If you can walk to one, walk there, get on a bus and walk home.
Perfect. Yeah, I mean, right there, so you can check out that map at the website as well. I did have one final question just to kind of wrap this in, because that talk about community I think was really fascinating. And there's always people who want to get into brewing or maybe are trying to do that, entrepreneurs with that. What would you recommend to somebody who's starting out as a brewer right now?
I would say, reach out to your local brewery. Similar to working with other brewers, we are such open books that we try to give whatever time we can to people that are trying to kind of educate themselves and move in. We actually just had the fortune of, there's an individual doing just that from Japan and was doing an internship at Ruse. So they stopped by to dry hop the beer that we made together. And he came in and was able to see our brewery, see Ruse. He then went down, I think it was Cellar Maker he went down to in California before he flew home. So reach out to your local brewer. Oregon State has some amazing resources and amazing programs. There's a number of different online courses you can take to kind of dip your toe in and see if it's something that you want to pursue further. But really, reach out to your local brewery, and I'm sure that somewhere along the lines you'll be able to get some information, even if just you want an informational interview, reach out.
Awesome. Colin, thank you so much for having some time to talk to us. And, have fun tomorrow. And everybody can go check that out, as we mentioned. And, yeah, man, I appreciate what you do. And as I mentioned at the beginning, I am a fan. So thanks
awesome.
a lot.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for joining us.
All right, we'll talk to you soon.
All right. And for everybody who's watching and live streaming here with us, this is Fox 12 Now. We are live here from Fox 12 Oregon every weekday starting at 1 p.m. And we cover a wide range of topics. And so I really encourage you to go check out the Fox 12 Now tab at kptv.com and take a look at some of those things. So throughout the afternoon today, we're going to be doing a press conference or going to a press conference with Multnomah County. We'll have that for you. We're going to be talking about guide dogs for the blind and a huge expansion they're doing at their Boring, Oregon campus. Really exciting stuff. And we even have a cocktail recipe. So it's kind of bookended there, but if there's breaking news, this is where we'll be. So whatever you found me, thanks for doing so. I'll talk to you in just a little bit. I'm Greg Nibbler. This is Fox 12 Now.